So, I've been using the MetaQuest 3 for a bit now, and let me tell you, it's a big deal. This device feels like a real step up in mixed reality. It's not just another small update, this is a significant leap forward. The hype around it, I think it's pretty justified. It genuinely aims to change how we interact with virtual and augmented content, and from my experience, it's making good on that promise. Now let's talk about the setup. It was incredibly smooth, seriously, zero fuss involved here. You just take it out of the nice packaging, power it on. The on-screen instructions are super clear and guide you through. The best part, no PC is needed for setup or use. That's huge. And no complicated web of wires snaking around your room. This standalone nature is a massive win for accessibility. This freedom from a dedicated gaming PC is a genuine game changer. Remember the early days of VR? You needed powerful computers, external sensors placed carefully, long cables tethering you. The Quest line really changed that whole game, and the Quest 3 just refines that experience further. This truly wireless freedom means you can jump into VR pretty much anywhere you want. Your living room, your office, it makes the transition so easy. I picked up the 512GB model, ordered it from Amazon UK. The delivery was quick, no problems there at all. The box itself felt premium, which is always a nice touch. Unboxing it was definitely satisfying. You know that new tech smell and feel? This had it. Everything was neatly packed inside. The headset, the new Touch Plus controllers, a charger and the quick start guide. Amazon UK's part was smooth, from clicking buy to getting it in my hands. Comfort is absolutely key for any VR headset. If it's not comfortable, you just won't use it for long. And the Quest 3 shows noticeable improvements here. Compared to the Quest 2, it feels more balanced on my head. The new strap design does a better job of distributing the weight. I found I could wear it for longer sessions without that immediate feeling of pressure on my face. Meta clearly listened to user feedback. Then there are the controllers. They've been redesigned too, and it's a welcome change. They no longer have those big tracking rings on top. This makes them feel less clunky in your hands, more sleek and natural. These are the new Touch Plus controllers, and they feel great. The haptics are also improved, adding a bit more to the immersion. They're still super intuitive and easy to pick up and use, even for VR newcomers. All right, let's get to the display, because this is where the Quest 3 really shines. Meta calls it the 4K Plus Infinite Display, and wow, the visuals are incredibly sharp, so much clearer than any Quest before it. Text is finally properly readable. Game worlds look vibrant and detailed. That higher resolution makes a massive difference. It significantly reduces that old screen door effect, making you feel more present. The impact on gaming is immediate and obvious. Everything just looks better. Colors are more vivid. Details in the environment are crisp. You can see further into virtual distances. But it's not just for gaming. For productivity tasks like reading documents or browsing the web inside VR, it's now actually a viable option. Before, text clarity was a real pain point. Now it's much improved. This display elevates the Quest 3. Let's talk about pass-through. This is the core of the mixed reality experience. The Quest 3 boasts full-color pass-through, and it is a massive upgrade. Previous Quest headsets had grainy black and white pass-through. Now you can see your real surroundings in vivid color. It honestly feels futuristic, almost like you're looking through a sci-fi visor. You can easily interact with your physical environment without taking the headset off. This advanced pass-through completely changes how you use the headset. You can easily grab your drink from the table, check notifications on your phone, or even have a quick conversation with someone in the room, all while you're still technically in the headset. It blends the virtual and real world so seamlessly. Setting up your play space is also much easier now. You can clearly see your room, making mixed reality apps incredibly engaging. Storage is another big consideration. I opted for the 512GB model, and I'm definitely glad I did. Games and applications are only getting bigger, especially with the higher resolution textures that the Quest 3 can support. Having this much space means I don't have to constantly worry about deleting things. I can keep a vast library of games and experiences downloaded and ready to go. It just removes that storage anxiety, which is great. With 512GB, you can download a ton of content. Think about it. Dozens of high-quality, graphically rich games, multiple large productivity applications, and you'll still have plenty of room left for future downloads and updates. For anyone who plans to use the Quest 3 extensively or just doesn't want to micromanage their storage, it's worth the extra investment. It ensures your device is always ready for whatever you want to explore next. So, what about battery life? It's solid, pretty similar to the Quest 2, I'd say. Maybe a little bit better depending on what you're specifically doing. You'll generally get around 2 to 3 hours of use on a full charge. For most intense gaming sessions, that's usually enough. If you're planning on longer productivity stints, you might want to consider an external battery pack. But it charges reasonably quickly, so downtime isn't a huge problem. Tracking precision on the Quest 3 is excellent. The inside-out tracking, which means no external sensors are needed, is top-notch. It accurately and smoothly follows your head and hand movements. This is crucial for a truly immersive experience. Whether you're aiming down sights in a shooter or carefully manipulating objects in a creative application, the tracking feels consistently responsive and very reliable. Meta continues to lead in this area for standalone headsets. The app ecosystem for the Quest platform is constantly growing. There's already a huge library of games, experiences and tools available, and with the Quest 3's new capabilities, especially its enhanced mixed reality features, developers are getting really creative. We're seeing more and more apps that cleverly blend virtual elements with your actual real-world surroundings. This is where the potential truly explodes. The future for Quest content looks very bright. Alright, so my final thoughts: the Meta Quest 3 is a phenomenal piece of technology. It's a true game changer in the consumer VR and XR space. The super seamless setup, the improved comfort, that absolutely stunning display, and the groundbreaking mixed reality pass-through features make it a must-have device. The 512GB storage is a huge practical plus. Battery life is decent and tracking is precise. It is without a doubt the best standalone headset out there right now. I highly recommend it. My personal rating, a strong 9.5 out of 10. It's really that good.